Hello everybody, my name is Katrina Benson, and today was quite a day, a very spiritual day for me. It started off the day with the Facebook post, and the Lord was just dropping all types of things in my spirit to tell the people, and He just sends sheep to my way. I used to have like 100 Facebook friends. About 4,015 friends now. So the Lord is sending sheep for me to bear witness to, for Him to use me to bear witness to. So I want to make a video out there for you guys, especially for those who doubt, who don't have faith, who lost faith, who don't believe Christ is the Savior. I wanted to make a quick video. I just want to make a quick video. So I pray you continue to listen. Tonight, we had Bible study, which we do periodically, me, my husband, and our children. Each one of my children are spiritually gifted. The Lord planted gifts in them, from apostles, prophets, seers, evangelists. It's just a lot of gifts in my kids, and it's an honor for God to see me as worthy to have such gifted children. When I first met my husband, I didn't even think any gifts were in my husband. When I met my husband, I was just coming out of sin, and I wanted to do the right thing by getting married. I was still kind of struggling with lust, and I felt as if marriage would cure me of lust, and I wanted to do the right thing by God. A year before I met my husband, I went on a fast. No preacher, pastor, prophet told me to go on a fast. I did it on my own. I wanted to deny myself the pleasures of my flesh, which at that point was food. And I wanted to do it as a sacrifice to God, to show Him that I really want to be closer to Him. So I didn't eat until a certain time, which was 6 o'clock. It was about 5:45. I was waiting on the bus, and I was standing by Popeye's chicken, and the food was smelling so good, and I thought about breaking my fast, and I was so tempted. It smelled like the biscuits, smelled extra buttery and everything, and but I said no. I'm gonna keep hold to my promise to God. Why you laugh? So I got on the bus. The bus came. I got on the bus, and as I got on the bus, the Lord said to me, "What do you want?" Now you might say, "What do you want?" But see, the Lord was so pleased of my act of obedience. See, my act of obedience wasn't because someone told me to do it. It wasn't because someone, me following somebody else. I did it. I chose to do it myself, to prove to the Lord myself that I want a close relationship with Him, and that pleased Him. And He asked me what I want, right? So at first I rebuked it, right? Because I thought it was the devil, because I was a babe in Christ at this time. So I thought it was the devil, because I thought the scripture said, "Thou shalt not want," so it must be the devil, right? So I rebuked it, and then the voice said again, "What do you want?" And I knew it was the Lord then. I knew it was the Lord. At this point, the Lord was speaking to me, but the devil was speaking to me. The Lord was starting to mature me in the gift of prophecy. So the enemy was trying to confuse me in the gift of prophecy. So God would speak to me, and the devil would speak to me many times. But when He said it again, I knew it was the Lord. So when He said, "What do you want?" I said, "A new car." I said, "Lord, not a new old car, but a new car, like just a couple years old." I said, "A new car, a house, and a husband." A few months later, guys, I met my husband. 10 months after that, we got married. 6 months after that, we bought a new car. 4 months after that, we got our house. The Lord brought all of it to pass. And when I first met my husband, right, I didn't know that was the husband God sent for me because he was still drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes. And by this time, I had stopped drinking and smoking weed and all that stuff. You know, only thing I was battling with when I met him was lust. So I figured, I ain't got nothing but lust. And once I get married, lust gone. I'm good, right? So I didn't think that was my husband, right? But see, God knew the entire time that was the one I had to marry. See, that was the one that God knew that when he started taking me through the process and the ugly me and the me that ain't, parts of me that ain't been delivered, that this man was the one who was staying by me while God started pulling stuff up off me and not judge me or look at me different. See, your spouses, who God designed for you to be your spouse, is deeper than just attraction and money and what they can do for you. This is a person who can be spiritually standing in the gap for you when you too weak to stand in the gap for yourself. So we got through time in our marriage, about a couple years into our marriage, we went through a lot. That's another video on marriage. But we went through a lot. But after years, I saw all that stuff fall off my husband. Yeah, I seen it fall off my husband. And then I seen him as, oh, no wonder this is the one you have for me. You know, my husband really stands in the gap for me. So, I was talking to my kids today during Bible study and everything. And just revealing to them a lot of things that the Lord was showing me. Today Bible study came out of Matthew 13, Mark chapter 13, where the Lord is talking about the end times and the days to come. And I was sharing with my kids a lot of things that the Lord had showed me in regards to the end times. A couple of days ago, my husband had said to me, oh, could you say what I ain't gonna put you on camera, but could you say?
But in the future, how it's gonna be hard for people to eat. It ain't gonna be a money thing. It's gonna be survival. People gonna need water and food, and people gonna be killing for them types of things instead of for money in the future.
And my husband shared that with me, and when we were going through Mark chapter 13, one of the things it talked about that was going to come, before the beginning of sorrows were famines and troubles. And I brought that to my husband, and, just to say, what you were seeing, what the Lord showed you, because you can't see nothing without the Lord showing it to you. What the Lord showed you was things to come. And just talking to my kids and hearing the dreams that the Lord give them, the prophetic dreams. The prophetic dreams is so many. It's so many things I could tell y'all. Miraculous things. Oh goodness. I don't even know where to begin. So many things my kids seen, my husband seen. So many prophecies that came to pass exactly how God showed it. Just as instant with the fast. How the Lord asked me, what did I want? I remember, we've been living in our house out in St. Mary's County now for about 9 months. For like 9 months. Before we moved out here, we lived in a really bad neighborhood in Washington, D.C., where it was very, very crime-filled. It was times I would come home from work. I was getting off work at, what time was that late shift? 11:30. I was getting off work at 11:30 and get home about 12:30. It was times I came home and I would see dead bodies out there. And, it was horrible. And it's almost like every day you heard gunshots, you heard sirens, you heard ambulance. It was just a crime-filled area. It got to the point they started stealing our cars and all sorts of things. One day I was driving home and the Lord said to me, the ground is cursed. And when he said that to me, I never heard him say the ground being cursed before. But that's why the blood is shedding. Oh, goodness, Lord Jesus. That's that's why blood is shedding like it is over there in that area I was in. So it was times I would ride home, and one time it was times I would drive home and I see demons running across the street, walking down the street, all that. One day I was we was going to the house, me and my husband was in a car, and I saw a demon, a winged demon, a tall wing, like swiftly move across the street, like in a running motion. And as we kept driving, I saw a man standing walking down the street. I saw that demon go, and I said to my husband, I need to pray for that man because I just saw a demon go that way. And my husband said, probably so. I said, why you say that? He said, I just saw the same thing. Same thing. It's to the point where the Lord was just opening our eyes. Sometimes the Lord would have me, when I was living at that apartment in D.C., he would have me to anoint my windows and my doors. And he even got to the point, he told me to go in my hallway, anoint the steps, the front of the stairs. It's been times where people around there be house PCP, and they'll be cussing at me and my family, or putting their middle finger up, or looking like they want to do stuff to us. Like, you can see the demonic spirit in full manifestation over there. It was real demonic. One day when we was living there, I walked into my kitchen. And when I walked into my kitchen, I saw myself walking into my new kitchen. And when I came out, I told my husband, I said, we're going to move. The Lord, when I walked into the kitchen, the Lord showed me the open vision so real, me walking into our new kitchen. I said, I don't know how it's going to happen, but we about to move. Now, I lost my parents, right? And I didn't have any life insurance policy on my parents. I ain't had no money in no bank. Me and my husband wasn't making this large amount of money or anything. So I'm like, how is this thing going to come to pass? Like, the Lord showed it to me, but how is this thing going to come to pass? How did that happen? One day we were just in the house and said, let's start looking for houses just off the blue.
It started when you had to go to work one day, and it was a car in front of our building that was shut up, and it was right in front of our window. And we started looking from there.
So we started looking for houses, right? And it's like everything was... You want to say something? It's like everything was unaffordable or something. So we just kept looking. So we started looking in St. Maurice County. And our husband, we called there, asked to make an appointment. And we went and saw one house, this single family home on some land. Not that much land, but it was on some land. And we went to look at that house, paid our application fee to start the process. But they never called us back, right? But we did not let that stop us. We kept going. We looked at the townhouses, made an appointment to come look at the houses, came up here, looked at it, started doing our paperwork. I lie to y'all not. They were helping us get in there. They was telling us exactly what we need to do to get up in. It's like it was falling in our hands. It's like it was falling in our hands, like it was falling in our hands. They helped us do that paperwork. The next month we were gone. And when we moved out here, I remember the Lord said, I moved y'all to safety. When we moved y'all, over there in Washington, D.C. got worse. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I just continue to pray and pray. And I thank God, and I just want to encourage someone. I just want to encourage somebody. When God tells you something is for you, and it's for you to have, He's going to give it to you. And it's going to be good. When He show you visions, He's going to bring that thing to pass. When He make promises to you, He's going to bring that thing to pass. When He tell you somebody, your spouse, I don't care how toe up they look today. That's your, they not going to always be like that. Like, everything God does is good. In this hour, you got to hold on to him with all you got. It's not about your money. It's not about your job, your credentials, or anything like that. If he said it's coming, it's coming. It's coming. Like, you can't mess it up. It's coming. Another thing is obedience pleases God. Not that obedience because somebody telling you to do it or making you do it. I'm talking about that. Just you and God. Just that vow you make to God. That's why marriage is so serious. That vow you make to God, straight you and God, obedience to that vow is powerful. It will cause the gates of the windows of heaven to open up and pour you out blessings. I'm telling you, my rent was once $0. I was surviving off like 200 and something in TANF and probably 1,000 in food stamps. To get married, 2 new cars, good job I didn't qualify for, blessed husband, going on 11 years of marriage, children alive and well, obedient, living in a house, ain't no Section 8 right here. God did it. He did what he said he was going to do. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. Oh my goodness. It was times I thought he forgot about me. And he was maybe forsake me because I made mistakes and errors. I'm telling y'all, just because y'all see me minister and all that, do not mean I'm perfect. The Lord keeps his hand on me. I'm telling you, sometimes he even saved me from myself. Mistakes I couldn't even keep myself from. He moved his hand on my behalf and moved stuff away from me that I couldn't handle. He kept me. See, I ain't talking about my kids. I ain't talking about my husband. I'm talking about me and God right now. He kept me. Because it was a time I left his will and did whatever I wanted to do, live how I wanted to do, smoking drugs, drinking alcohol, sexing all type of dudes, had a sex addiction, living hood life, ghetto fabulous, confrontational, full of hell. And he came down and saved little old me. Changed my life and then sent me out there to minister to the same people who I used to do dirt with. He used me to minister to people who's going through similar things that he brought me out of. Like, he's good. And he just keep blessing me over and 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 over again and again and again. He just never leaves me. He never forsakes me. He never had my children begging bread. He never had us on the streets without anything. He always provided. Even when we was homeless, he always provided a place for us to sleep every single night. He is good. And if you keep him as the head of your life, it's nothing he won't do for you. You got to keep him as the head. You can't do it in this life by yourself. You cannot do it in this world by yourself. You got to keep your faith. I don't care what the doctor's saying. I don't care what the eviction notice talking about, the bills. You got to keep your faith. If you lose the house, it's in his will. If you lose the car, it's in his will. If you keep going, he's going to do more than beyond. Stop holding on to being so scared of losing material things that you step outside his will. Some things he's taking from you to get your attention and to process you so that you can be a vessel for him in the days ahead. So that's why some people got to move, some things got to move so he can have the glory and out of your life. So stop trying to hold on to those things and let them go so he can get your attention. Because it's bigger than this. It's bigger than what you see. He wants to use you. He wants to use you. It's bigger than what you see. What are you laughing at? What's that?
Nothing's bigger than what you see.
It's bigger than what you see. You see this house right here, our room? It might not look like nothing to you. I remember sleeping on people's floors. So it's a lot to us.